Welcome to the event briefing for the Humanity Direct Chiltern Ultra Challenge, which is happening on the 10th of July from Princess Risborough School. In this video, I'm going to cover what you need to know about the event and the safety information for the event as well. So really important if you could listen to this all the way through, please. So our objective for X Energy for all of our events is we make them challenging, fun and safe. And a big part of this briefing is about the safety piece. So we put this event on probably 6 or 7 years ago in the Chilterns because the Chilterns is an area of outstanding natural beauty. The feedback on the route and the course is always excellent, and I know you're going to love being out in the Chiltern Hills on a wonderful summer weekend next weekend. So we've got roughly 200 competitors, about 220 people have entered, and I think probably 200 will turn up on the day. I know many of you have run our events before and really appreciate you supporting us and supporting Humanity Direct and the charity. It's great for us to all be back together again physically for this event. For any one of you who are doing an event with us for the first time, we'd like to give you a special welcome as well. Thank you for choosing to run with us and to support our charity. And I know there are lots of you taking part in your first Ultra. 71 people are entered and have mentioned that it's their first Ultra. That's amazing. That's a huge part of the field who are going to be doing their first distance of over 30 miles. And it is great to welcome you to the Ultra family. I know you'll be feeling nervous. I know you'll be feeling uncertain, but we're going to make sure you have an amazing day and we look after you. And at the end, there's a special certificate so that you can remember your first time in the Ultra scene. And I also know many of you are raising money for Humanity Direct, which is an amazing charity that helps improve children's lives in Uganda. And it does it by paying for operations, which are simple operations in the UK, but ones they can't get in Uganda, they can't afford them. And also there's a spectacles program running as well, which Humanity Direct support. So I want to also thank our sponsors with Precision Hydration, Apex Sports, 9 Bar, Imperial Vehicles. Very, very grateful to the sponsors and support they've given us. And of course, Chorus Watches, who have supported all our events this year. Okay, let's talk about the ground. The ground you're going to be going over throughout the event is undulating. It's the Chiltern Hills. You're starting at the bottom, and within the first 500 metres, you're going to see what it's like being in the Chiltern Hills because you've got a nice steep climb up some steps to get to the top of the first hill. There are lots of wide paths, byways, bridleways, so there's a real mixture of the paths you're going to be on. Very little road. There's a section of road that you have to do after when you're coming through South Heath after sort of checkpoint 3, but most of it's off-road, and some of it at this time of year will be overgrown. It always is, and it will be overgrown with nettles and brambles and all that kind of thing, and so just expect that. That's what you get running off-road this time of year. The weather is due to be, it's changeable at the moment, so I'm not going to say it's going to be nice, I'm not going to say it's going to be wet. I think it's just going to be a varied day by the look of it. It's going to be reasonably warm, and you can expect that, from what I can see at the moment, looking a week out, there's going to be some showers and there's going to be some sun. But it looks like it's going to be okay. But the important thing at this time of year is you are hydrating well. You are drinking plenty of water and taking in fuels between aid stations and then topping up at the aid stations. Please don't just rely on the aid station for your hydration. Make sure you're emptying your water bottle out and then refilling it at the aid stations. Race format. So the race is a straight timed run. So let me just talk you through what's going to happen when you arrive. So you're going to arrive at the car park at Princess Risborough School. You're going to park your car as instructed to do so by our staff. When you are ready to run, and not before please, you're going to walk to the area where we're going to be starting people. You're going to come through. You're going to, with your number attached already because you've had that through the post. If you hadn't have a number through the post, there will be a help desk inside the sports hall where you can pick up another number or they can remind you of your number. You then go and get your timing chip. You pick up your timing chip. You walk towards the start area. When you're called forward, which we'll call forward in very small groups, you then go forward and you are set off. We will have rolling starts from 8 o'clock. 8 till 8:30 is the walkers start. And please only walkers with an estimated finish time of 9 hours and above. 8:30 to 9 o'clock is walk runners. So estimated finish time greater than 7.5 hours or above. 9 to 9:30 will be run walkers, estimated finish time greater than 5.5 hours. 9:30 to 10 will be runners, estimated finish time less than 5.5 hours. So get the fast people off last. And we like to get the fast people off last because the slow people aren't always at the back on their own. They've got people overtaking them throughout the day. And the fast runners aren't always at the front on their own. And when you go past people, think of something to encourage them to create that great atmosphere that we love creating at our events. So when you go through the start, your timing tag will flash. When you go through your aid station, your timing tag will flash. And at the finish, you come through and your timing tag will flash, which shows your finish. So it's important that you wear your timing tag on your wrist, please. Okay, so let me talk about the route information and hazards. So we have fully marked the route, and the route is marked with tape that looks like this, white tape with red writing on it, with yellow signs that look like this, and with orange paint on the floor. We put orange dots on the floor to give you to make sure that there's no confusion or if any of the tape's gone. We also have, we mark it the day before. We have a mountain biker go out in the morning, and we have a mountain biker go out about an hour after that as well, so that they can check the route and make sure that nothing happens to the route throughout the day. Caution, you need to be cautious crossing all roads. Some are busy, some are just quiet country lanes. There are a couple of busy roads you're crossing, so make sure you can see both ways and that you are safe to cross. Other path users, there are narrow trails out there, and there are bridleways and there are footpaths, so please be cautious and be polite to other users. We are still in COVID times and people do worry about runners running past them. So make sure you're giving people a wide berth. And where it's narrow, just be conscious of the fact that you're running and you don't want to push people out of the way. You will come across dogs off the lead, or horses, mountain bikes, etc. Okay, so just share the trail with other people that are there. The Chilterns are rocky, they have flints, they have roots. So there are trip hazards everywhere. You will have some stiles to go over, which could be slippery if wet. And some sections are overgrown, so you can't see what's underfoot. So just be careful when you're underfoot. There is livestock in some of the fields. Be careful going through there. If the livestock is on the track in front of you, please just go round it. Don't try and run through the livestock. And just be conscious of the fact that the livestock's there and you don't want to scare it. Barbed wire, there are barbed wire along some of the narrow trails on either side of you, and just be careful if you trip, don't grab the barbed wire. And there are a couple of steep descents, just take those cautiously. Please follow the country code, no littering, and close gates. Checkpoints. There are 4 checkpoints, roughly 10 kilometres between each one. The process at the checkpoints is you follow the instructions of the checkpoint staff. You will approach, there's a box there, which I mentioned earlier, with a tag that you tag, your tag will flash on your timing chip, and it records your time and sends it to the internet. There will be disinfectant there for you to disinfect your hands. And then you put your face mask on and you can enter the aid station when you are asked to do so. Note, you may have to wait because there may already be people in there, so please be patient. Note, you need to bring your own collapsible cups. We don't give any cups out at checkpoints, so if you want to use a cup for filling water or Coke or whatever, then you need to have your own collapsible cup. We will have plenty of water, packaged food, squash, all that kind of stuff at the checkpoints. It's not our normal checkpoint banquet, but it's still more than enough to keep you going throughout the event, but also make sure you've got your own stuff with you as well. And my only comment on the checkpoints is just please be patient. Okay, actions on safety. This is really important. Injury. The medics will be out on the course. They'll be at the start. They'll be at various checkpoints en route. Their contact details were in the welcome letter you were sent, and they'll be at the start for you to take a photograph so that you've got their number you can phone. Level 1 medical procedure is get to a checkpoint where we can help you, deal with you, recover you, patch you up and send you out. Level 2, tell another competitor, let them know what's going on. Give us a ring, our numbers will be at the start for you to take down. Get to a location where we can recover or find you. Level 3 is serious emergencies, someone collapsed, someone have a heart attack, someone knocked down. It's 999 first, and then the emergency services will work with our medical team to get to the incident as quickly as possible. If you get lost, our markings are going to be, you're going to see lots of markings out there. The only issue will be if someone takes them down. And that's why we have our mountain bike team out there going out and checking that no one's sabotaged the route. So you should have no issue following the markings. However, I know that people will miss some of the markings. They'll be chatting. They might miss a sign. So concentrate on the markings. If you find that you have not seen a marking for a while, go back to where you last saw it. Don't try and guess where the route's going. Don't try and work out in your own mind, where does this route go? There is a GPX file which you can download from our website. There's an OS map version of that you can go onto the OS Maps app, and it's an open public route, so you can follow yourself on there. So there are lots of ways you can keep track. If you have not seen any signs, as I mentioned, make sure you go back. If you're still lost, give us a call. We'll guide you in. We know the area well. Please try and find a road or name or something where you can give us a clue as to where you are, but we'll try and help you. If you have to withdraw, only withdraw at a checkpoint, please. Don't withdraw anywhere else. Okay, so when you get to the finish, so you've done it. You've done this amazing run. You come to the finish. You're excited. Make sure your tag is flashing as you go through the finish arch. Pick up your medal. If you've opted to have a T-shirt and not give your T-shirt to the Spectacles program, then please make sure you pick up a T-shirt as you come through the finish. There will be tea and coffee available for you to pick up, and some biscuits and cake packaged up. So you can pick that up, grab that. And we just ask you, there's going to be no prize giving. There's going to be no celebrations. Unfortunately, we're not out of COVID yet. So I'd ask you, once you've done that, please go to your car and head off home. There are toilets, by the way, at the sports hall for the start and the finish. You can obviously use those. And you can leave bags and stuff if you want to as well, but we'd prefer you left them in your car. The most important thing is that you enjoy the event. We want you to have a great time. We want you to have a brilliant day out. And we want you to achieve whatever goal you're trying to achieve. So good luck in the final few days of preparation, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday morning.